The recipe for winning football is don't turn the ball over, run the ball, and play good defense.
250 million Americans are not garbage.
We're not losing today. Go Dogs!
Good times for my beautiful wife Angela and me, and our son Tim and his girlfriend Natalia at the Georgia-Florida game in Jacksonville. What a great night shot of Everbank Stadium as we leave the River City. But back at St. Mary's, Georgia at the Goodbread House, everything is so peaceful, serene, and heavenly almost. That is until the topic turns to the dogs.
Windy out there. Okay. You ready to go? No.
Longtime UGA fans and even some grads are up in arms. They're upset that our signal caller's passing game is garbage. With all due respect to our great president-elect, Donald Trump.
Opponents have had a number next to their name.
It's a lively discussion in the parlor, with 4 words rolling off people's lips the most often. What's wrong with Carson? Carol B. Moore is 88. He's a veteran of Georgia games. He's been going tween the hedges since 1960. Along with Goodbread House proprietor and host Marger Gray, they make people feel like royalty at this paradise vacation spot. So what's up with Beck?
His arm is great. He's got a great arm. But he waits just a little bit too long, or he throws it a little bit too soon. And that's all it takes.
Timing may be an issue, but Beck is getting good at throwing it to the wrong guys. 11 interceptions so far this season. George Bennett is a 67 UGA grad. He lives in Yorktown, Virginia, where our independence was won, the last battle of the Revolutionary War. He wishes Carson could be free from dumb picks. Does Beck need glasses?
I don't know. I was thinking that maybe, the situation changes from the time he releases the ball until it gets to where it's going to, and things change there. But it looks like a pattern going on there, and it's disturbing, actually.
Gary Foster lives in Ormond Beach, Florida. He taught in Clark County, Georgia back in the day and has been going to Georgia games forever. His story of a rowdy, big-mouth Gator fan at the Georgia-Florida game is pretty sobering.
We were unfortunate enough to be right on the edge in the end zone where we had Florida and Georgia. We're typically on the Georgia side, and we don't have much issue with Florida people. But this young man, and he's a Florida student, he started the whole thing off saying, Carson sucks, Carson sucks. And he just kept reiterating that. And I was sitting there, I was going, okay, I have a hard time arguing with him that he sucks. But I was trying to figure out what to say as a comeback after we won the game, or at least showed up better, which we ended up not showing up until the end. And I was worried that I wasn't going to have a good response for the guy. But as it turned out, I turned to him, introduced himself, and he's from Jacksonville. The kid's from Jacksonville, the same as Carson. And he said, yeah, I'm the same class as Carson. I knew him when we were in high school on opposing football teams. And he says, I've never liked Carson Beck. I said, well, I don't particularly, I'm not real fond of his football this year. Last year was different. Last year was great. He had 2 great receivers. He looked good. He was a Heisman candidate. That's great. But this year, I have to agree with you, he sucks. But guess what? We're still winning. So that's got to tell you something about the rest of the team for sure. Yeah.
We're winning despite?
Yes, absolutely. Despite Carson Beck, we're winning our football games.